Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday to all of you watching. I'm coming on live to do the weekly energy reading for September 14th through September 20th, 2020. So if you're catching the replay of this weekly energy reading, please let me know in the comments below that you caught this, and feel free to share any thoughts, questions, comments, insights that you want to share with me in the comments below after you watch this reading or as you watch this reading. If this is your first time tuning into one of my videos and you don't know who I am, my name is Stef and I'm a psychic Simon coach. What I do is I work with spiritual entrepreneurs and spiritual people to help them to do very deep levels of healing work in order to align themselves with more of who they truly are. And as a result, they're able to then create their highest level of success in life as well as business. That is how I help people. Every Monday, I generally do the weekly energy reading on my Facebook business page, and then I upload it on Tuesdays to YouTube. However, that is not the case this week, as you are catching me live. If you are from Facebook and you normally wait for my readings from Facebook, but you're catching this on YouTube, I appreciate your patience. It's been an interesting week, and I'm really excited to talk about that in this week's weekly energy reading. So yeah, that's basically it. If you want to stay in touch with me via social media, catch me on Facebook, on my business page. I also have an amazing Facebook community, and you can follow me on Instagram as well. The links to my social media handles will be in the description of this video, as well as the link to sign up for my email list if you want to stay in touch with me and learn from me and just connect with me. So that's basically that for that introduction. I really appreciate you sticking around, and I want to get into today's weekly energy reading real quick. I'm going to try to make this really quick. Sometimes my readings are anywhere from like 20 minutes long to 40 minutes long. It just depends. If you're short on time, you can always change the settings on the video to make this video play a bit faster if you're catching the replay. All right. So I have asked about this week's energy reading within the last 24 hours, like 4 or 5 times already. Okay. Now, the main thing that I keep getting in terms of the reading is that the energy this week is full of so much potential for amazing manifestations to really start coming in. Okay. Now, this is because if you have been actively doing your part to allow your inner guidance to lead you forward, to do the inner work, to not allow certain things to keep you in fear or to keep you, disconnected from your divine truth, and you've been staying strong to what you know you really are capable of and what you know is working out for you. And if you've just been really on this path and you haven't really let anything really deter you much at all or for too long and to phase you in some kind of way, if you've been actively doing this, then the energy has been steadily building. And what I saw when I originally channeled on this reading was that it kind of was like the legit metaphor image I got is kind of like with a tsunami or like a big wave out in the ocean in the middle of a storm. And so this water, this energy has been building. And now it's like created like this huge wave that's about to come in. And that's kind of like what it's like in terms of your manifestations, is you've been building it, not allowing yourself to get phased in any kind of way, steadily moving towards what you feel called to do, what you feel is the next step for you, holding strong to your truth, all that kind of jazz. If you've been doing this, then this energy has been building, and it's now about to reach this peak point. Potentially by the end of the week, you have the opportunity to be able to manifest magical manifestations for things to really start just popping into your reality, so long as you continue to remain focused. So monthly energy readings. Oh, went out for a minute. I do weekly energy readings on, oh no, what is going on with the internet? Hopefully this is still playing. We'll see. But anyway, I do weekly energy readings on Facebook, but I do the monthly energy readings here on YouTube. And I talked about at the beginning of September, it was a time to like realign, get focused on what you want to manifest, what you want to create throughout the remainder months of this year. And we really emphasize that in the first energy reading as well, for the first week of September, that it was really important to do this, and like what you needed to do differently, what different actions you needed to take, what you needed to learn from in terms of like your mistakes of the past in order to not repeat those as you move forward, that kind of thing, so that you move yourself more along the path that you want to go down, right? So this is the thing, is that if you've been doing this work actively, if you've been learning from those mistakes, taking action differently, aligning yourself with what you want, taking those action steps forward in the direction of what you want to go in, what you want to create more of, etc. If you've been doing this, then the energy is like been building steadily and manifestations are about to come in, right? Potentially by the end of the week for you, depending on whether or not you remain focused. It's really important to remain focused and to not be deterred in any kind of way for too long, at least, right? If you get hit, just like, if you fall down or something like that, then get back up and keep going. Get back up and keep going. Don't allow whatever situations or things that could potentially cause any kind of distractions or, just like discomfort. Don't allow them to get you for too long. Like, keep it moving, keep going, because you're continuing to allow the momentum of your manifestations to come through. And so this is all about you really being able to maintain your focus and to keep implementing what you've been doing for those things to finally show up for you, okay? So this is part of what I got in terms of this week's weekly energy reading. Now, the next thing that I got, hey, Hodel, how are you? Thank you so much for joining me. The next thing that I got in terms of the weekly energy reading is that you must connect with what your heart knows and to see that instead. Because what they also wanted me to mention is that this week is also going to provide an opportunity for people to break free from illusions, from people to break free from old things that they need to let go of in order to really advance and move forward. And you might feel that this week as well with the energy. The energy might feel to a certain degree, depending on who you are and how the energy is influencing you. You might feel a tug of war. You might feel a pushing and pulling of, the energy of feeling like it's hard for you to stay focused. It's hard for you to do the things that you want to do. That's exactly what I was feeling yesterday. I wanted to do this weekly energy reading and I was like, cool, I'm going to do this. I'm going to sit down, I'm going to channel. And it was so hard for me to focus. It was so hard for me to do what I normally do, even though I was still channeling something, but I just kept feeling frustrated. I kept feeling like, oh my God, I don't think I'm channeling right. I don't know what's going on here. And I would leave it alone and then come back to it and leave it alone and come back to it. And it was like this tug of war inside of myself. Maybe you've been feeling that on some level, right? That's where the tsunami metaphor imagery came in. It was like this storm. You might feel this bit of a chaos coming in, but these are things that we need to increase our awareness around and to look at more closely, to really bringing up for us and to release those things and let it go so that we can let go of that feeling of pushing and pulling, being pulled in all directions, or feeling like we're at battle in some kind of way, and working through those things to restore peace, to restore calm, so that we can continue to flow with the energy and build it and move ourselves in the direction of what we want, or to be carried down the path of what we want. And so this week, you might feel that sense of pushing and pulling. And it's important for you to recognize what that's really all about. What is that bringing up for you? What is that really connected to? This anxiety, this, pressure, whatever it is that you're feeling, see what that's about, because those are the illusions that you're needing to break free from. Those are the things that you need to work through in order to let that go, have peace restored inside of yourself again, and continue to be focused and moving forward in the direction of what you want, and continue to build the energy around that. So is important at this week for this week as well. But that is just simply the falling away of old structures, old patterns, old belief systems, old energies, emotions, traumas, needing to control, whatever it is. That's that trying to fall away. And if you can just increase your awareness around that to see what that's about, and then see what you need to shift inside of yourself, and then lean back into your heart, lean back into what your truth is instead of what the illusion is, what the fear is. Shift out of that. What is your truth in that situation? What is, your heart really telling you? What is your soul really telling you in regards to that thing that is causing all of this turbulence inside of you? and to lean into that and to allow your peace to be restored. And that way you're able to flow more easily and to move yourself forward in the direction of the amazing opportunities, the next steps, the next things that you desire to experience. And you're able to do that. Okay. So that is what they wanted me to share for this week. Also, they wanted me to say that this week is also an amazing week for amazing opportunities to occur for you. Okay. And it's a time to not really be concerned so much about the past or the future, but to be fully present. And from that place of present, to live it fully and to see that in this present moment, you have available to you infinite opportunities, and to choose, allow yourself to choose what feels right. Allow yourself to choose what is in alignment for you. Truly, truly in alignment. And to, allow yourself to choose in this present moment the step that really lights you up, that really is bringing you joy, and that really is in alignment with those dreams, those that you set out for yourself at the start of the month, and to just do that in this present moment, okay? Because if you allow yourself to focus on the past or in the future, then you might unintentionally hold yourself back from moving forward in ways in which you can move forward in this now present moment, because you're unconsciously holding on to the fear, the safety, security, comfort, whatever it is. And so this is an opportunity for you to increase that self-awareness around what that chaos might be for you, and then work through that, let it go, lean into your truth, lean into this present moment. And then from this present moment of being connected to your truth, really feel your way to like what the next step is for you, or what the most aligned emotion or action step is for you, or the most thought is for you, the most aligned thought is for you. And then move forward from this space and just let go of the safety, the controls, step into your power, rise up to a greater version of yourself. And this is what's going to allow for you to build the energy up for certain manifestations that you've been calling in to occur. Because what's happening is that for those of you that I'm speaking to at this time, you have been asking for certain things. You have been calling certain desires in. So what's happening is that the back and forth tug of war, difficulty to focus, that is a symptom of you on some level resisting the very things that you're asking for. And so you need to then have that awareness to recognize, hold on, what is this craziness, chaotic stuff about? Let me work through that. Let me be in the present moment. Let me connect to my heart space. Let me connect to my soul, to my higher self. What is the next step for me, for my highest good? What do I feel called to do from this space? Okay. And that way you're more grounded and centered in who you are, and you're not being driven by your ego, your fear, your limiting beliefs, and that kind of stuff. And by being in this space, you're then able to more easily tune into what the next action step is for you, to move yourself forward in the direction of your desires, the manifestations you've been calling in, so you can bring that about and move yourself in that path, right? I feel like some of this anxiety that's coming up for some people has to do with playing a bigger game, has to do with daring to dream big or create greater than you ever have, or allow yourself to truly go after your dreams. And there's an anxiety, there's a bit of a resistance there, there's a worry, there's a panic, there's a lot of mental chatter that is creating all of this inner turmoil, is creating all of this tug of war, back and forth kind of thing. And you need to move yourself through that and just go, just trust, just flow, allow the energy to carry you. The energy is trying to carry you towards what you say you've been wanting, but on some unconscious level, you're resisting and trying to swim back the opposite way. You're swimming against the current. So really allow yourself to be carried down this path that you've been asking for. and allow it to work out. Allow it to work out. Allow this energy to carry you forward. It's the energy of your manifestations, like ripe and pulling you in the direction of what you've been wanting to go in. And it's trying to carry you that way. It's trying to carry you that way. And it's kind of like what I can give you to kind of understand this is, let's say you've been wanting to go on this really like crazy, big, wild roller coaster. And you've been wanting to do it. You've been wanting to do it. You know, it's like that big thing, that big dream, that big vision that you might have had. But then, you know, once you get strapped into the roller coaster, then maybe you start having like second thoughts and you're like, oh no, like this thing is like crazy. There's a really big drop along the way. And I don't know if I can deal with that. Like maybe I should get off this roller coaster. But the roller coaster has started taking off. The roller coaster, like there's just no turning back. You can't get out. You're in the roller coaster now, and you're just going to have to deal with it, kind of thing, right? It's kind of like what it feels like here is that you've been asking for these things. You've been asking. The energy, the momentum has been building. It's now carrying you forward to your manifestation. So not necessarily that your manifestations are going to like pop in, like I was speaking to the first group earlier, but you're being carried in that direction. And now as you're being carried in that direction though, and like you're getting signs or you're getting your next steps or whatever else is coming, and you know, you're getting closer to what you want, whatever. Now that that's like starting to happen, there's like unconscious resistance. There's like that second thought kind of stuff happening and trying to turn back, and you let that go. You got to step into your power. You got to face your fears. You got to be willing to lean into what your soul says as opposed to your ego. Ego is the one filling you with fear and doubts and insecurities and all that jazz. You know, you got to be willing to lean into what your heart knows and let that lead you forward. And that's what's going to allow for you to go down the path of magical manifestations. That's what's going to allow for that to unfold and for you to start on some level manifesting some of the things that you want. So it's not going to come in necessarily in its complete form, but you're going to start seeing things come in some way for you, and you're going to see that progress. You're going to see that forward movement. But the only way to happen is for you to get out of the back and forth chaos, tug of war kind of energy, move through that by raising your awareness, clearing that. And then from this more grounded, centered space, you're able to then take action and move yourself in that direction and start taking those steps, which will allow for all of this stuff to work out for you and to make sense in the end. I hope that all made sense. But allow the momentum of the energy of your desires to lead you forward, okay, rather than continue to resist. This is a week for new things to come, new things to come in, new chapters to convince, a new level to be stepped into, new clarity to be gained. And it's important for you not to be swayed in any kind of way. This is for everyone, by anything that's attempting to take you off of that path, off of that possibility, and to instead move yourselves forward more powerfully, knowing like this is all working out, it's all coming together, it's all making sense, and allow that to occur, right? So again, you know, things, there might be a little bit of chaos, there might be a little bit of tug of war, there might be things making you feel like the manifestations or whatever is not working, is not happening, that kind of thing, but you have to be focused. You have to be focused and move yourself in the direction you want to go, and keep implementing the things that you've been doing to move yourself in that direction. Keep building the momentum around it. Choose to face your fears, step into your power, allow your heart to lead you forward, and allow for this stuff to occur. So I hope that all made sense. That was basically what I got, like in different instances that I channeled all of this again and again in the last 24 hours. Is like, this is a really powerful week. It's a really powerful week to really manifest some things that have been really important to you, really things that you've been calling in, for things to start coming in at different levels, maybe like in small levels, but still small enough to be a big deal for you, or maybe like big levels. But you gotta not allow the energy to get you off course, and understand that whatever is coming up for you is stuff that needs to fall away for you to step into the new. Okay, because this is, I believe there is a new moon this week in a couple of days. New moons are all about new beginnings. And this is really a powerful time for these new beginnings. But in order for the new beginnings to happen, you know, for you to have that life where the manifestations are here and you're moving more powerfully in this way, You need to let go of this old stuff. You need to step into your power. You need to lean into your truth. You need to take those next steps forward, whatever it is. There are things flying, probably spirits, probably the spirit of my uncle, because I'm in his house. So that is what needs to happen here, okay, for this new life, this new stuff to occur. So if that all made sense. If it did, give this video a thumbs up, like wherever you're watching from. Drop me a comment in the comments below if you're catching the replay to this. Let me know what you thought of this reading. Let me know if it helped you in any way. I really hope that it made sense to you. I pulled a couple of cards between yesterday and today because I was just like, listen, I cannot focus. Like, what is the message? Give me confirmation via the cards. Like, sometimes this is what happens. And I kept getting messages around manifesting miracles. I got my Holy Spirit card. It was like magic, manifesting miracles. I think that's what the card says. Literally, I had this Lord Shiva card, which is all about transcendence, and it's all about stepping into your power. I had Archangel Gabriel come up, which is all about speaking your truth and really like, yeah, you know, speaking what you want, creating that, connecting to your heart. What do you really want? What do you really want? Speak it, create it, move in the direction of it, know it to be true, even if, you know, you don't have evidence yet, or even if ego or whatever is trying to get the best of you. Like, you speak what you want into existence. Know that you're building the energy behind it and it's going to come into fruition soon. So those are the cards that I got. I really hope that that helped. And that's basically it. Let me look at your comments here because I haven't been able to see. Hey, Dan X, how are you? Photo, you're at the beach, I see. Awesome. Glad I caught you live. Hey, Julia, how are you? Yay, thank you for joining me. But if my heart chakra is blocked, will that affect it? If you have a blocked heart chakra, just do inner work to clear the block. So I don't know if you've seen on my YouTube channel, I have a playlist called Chakras 101 or something like that. And it takes you through the different chakras and how to recognize blocks that you might have in different chakra centers, so that you can have that awareness to know, like, this might be something you need to work through and clear. So if you have heart chakra blocks, then just simply work through them, clear them. Like, what is that heart chakra block all around at this time that you need to let go of in order to allow yourself to move forward? And so in order to receive manifestations of what you want, a lot of times heart chakra work does need to be done, because when you have a blocked heart chakra, a lot of times you're not open to receiving. You have walls up, invisible energetic walls that don't allow these things in. So you need to do maybe heart chakra work in order to receive what you want. And when it comes to these big manifestations that we want, that are near and dear to our hearts, sometimes we're like holding on to them too tightly. Sometimes, you know, they're so important to us that we're like afraid of not getting them. And then this causes a block in our heart chakra. And this allows for us to have trouble in receiving these things, right? So if this is something that resonates with you, if it's making sense to you, you might have some heart chakra blocks that you need to work through. I know I certainly have. Like, my guides have told me between yesterday and today, like, you need to relax and this kind of stuff. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. So it's about like seeing like, what is that block about, and then doing the corresponding inner work around that to move yourself through that, so that you can release that block and open yourself up to receiving, so that the manifestation can come through and you're able to receive it, right? So there's nothing wrong with having blocks. We all have blocks. This is life. We all have to constantly be aware of what is going on inside of us and consistently realign ourselves again and again and again. So just clear that block, whatever that might be for you, and keep it moving, and just know that it's working and that you're doing your part to align yourself with your manifestations. And that should be, you know, good to go for things to start coming in for you. So awesome. I'm really glad that this has helped, Julia. Thanks, Hodel, for your heart. I hope that helps, Dan X. And yeah, if you're interested in really stepping powerfully into your soul's purpose, because you're really ready to make a massive impact, and you're ready to really live a meaningful life, and you're really ready to just share your soul, your heart with other people, and make a positive difference by doing so, by being the highest expression of yourself, then I really invite you to come and join me in my Discover Your Soul's Purpose course. Swear, I don't know what is flying around, probably my uncle. But yeah, my Discover Your Soul's Purpose course. This is a 5-module course. We kicked it off finally yesterday. So It's a powerful 5-module course in which I really help you to connect more deeply to who you truly are. And I take you through this process of inner work to really know yourself and understand who you truly are and what you're really meant to be bringing to the world, how that's meant to impact the world in a greater way, and what you need to clear inside of yourself, limiting beliefs, fears, things that you need to let go of in order for you to really be able to successfully fulfill this work in the world, right? And so that is Discover Your Soul's Purpose. That is the aim of that program, is to just take you through this really deep personal exploration journey so that you can know who you are, what you're here to do, you help the world, and your role in this ascension process, your role in creating the new earth, and what you hold unconsciously inside of you that's keeping you from doing that, because that's really important. You really need to know how you're holding yourself back, because honestly, we could all be living our best lives right now, having whatever we wanted in life, but the truth of the matter is that we're all holding ourselves back because we have limiting beliefs, fears, traumas, all kinds of things that we need to increase our awareness around to let that go in order to move ourselves forward, right? And so for this round of Discover Your Soul's Purpose, I'm also going to be doing the live Q&A at the end of the 2 weeks of support that I provide for this program at this time. And then I'm also offering a 45-minute psychic business planning and strategy session. So I sit with you for 45 minutes, and this is a recorded call, and I tell you what I received in terms of channeled psychic guidance as to what your next steps are for your business, based on you taking the time to get that clarity around your soul's purpose, and really just getting powerfully aligned with it, doing the energetic work to really align with your purpose, your mission here in life. I will then, in that psychic business planning and strategy session, let you know, like, hey, these are your next steps for you moving forward to be able to do this. These are your next offers. This is the price points, the duration of things, whatever else I need to give you in regards to that. So if that sounds like something that interests you, reach out to me via social media. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook. The links are in the description of this video, but I will also post this in the comments of this video when I'm done with it. And you can look at, other testimonials of my psychic business planning and strategy sessions and things like that. And just reach out to me. Like I said, it just started, so you're not far behind. You can still catch up. But I would really love to have you join me. The people in the program are already having such amazing clarity and insights and shifts. And so if this is something that you feel speaks to you, if you're kind of tired of feeling like, I don't know, uninspired with your job, uninspired with your business or your career, or you feel like you're meant to be doing more, but you don't know what, or you feel like it's hard for you to know exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Like, you're maybe doing the work that you're here to do. I have a woman in there who feels like she's doing her work, her soul's work, but there's something's off, right? Something is still off. And she's taking herself through this program to really understand, like, why, even though she feels like she's doing what she's meant to be doing, something is off, and what that is, so she can powerfully align with that. And I know several people who maybe you're already doing more or less your soul's work, right? You're helping people in some kind of way, but you feel like there's more. You feel like you're not doing it maybe in the capacity that you have the ability to, or you recognize that you're holding yourself back in some way. And so you want to really shift out of that in order to powerfully move yourself forward. So that's what Discover Your Soul's Purpose does, is it really helps you to bring these things to your awareness and to really get clear as to what your soul's purpose is at this time, so that your work feels right. It feels in alignment. You feel inspired by it again. You feel really, really excited about it. You feel like it makes sense to you again. And you have like no doubts whatsoever about what you're doing. And you're able to be like, no, I get it now. Like this is why I do what I do now. Like I understood it before. It made sense before. I knew I was helping people before, but now like this is taking it to another level, and I'm really excited about it. And I'm really happy to move forward with it. So that's what Discover Your Soul's Purpose really helps you with. And that's basically it. That's my whole long spiel on Discover Your Soul's Purpose. I never know when I'm launching my courses or programs ever. I launch them according to when I'm guided to. So if this speaks to you now, I would really love to have you come and join me now, because more than likely I'm not going to launch this again in 2020. I'll probably do it sometime next year whenever I'm asked to. So that's basically it. All right. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me live. I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.